What's up, guys? Let's get on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Here we are. I'm ecstatic. Today's about to be amazing. You need to share this. You need to tag your teams. You need to get people in. Share. Hit the button. Hey, look, there's a button called Turn On Notifications. When Michael Valor goes live, why would you not press that button? Welcome to the new year. This is 2017. We are about to make major changes today. Major changes. We're going to go through success. We're going to talk about what success is. We're going to talk about being a millennial in this marketplace. Because guess what? That's who's tuning into this. You know what I'm saying? We got millennials tuning in, wondering how do you get successful? What does success mean? Get people on this. You've got to. The more people on, the more the movement moves. And that's what we're about. I'm ecstatic today, guys. We're about to share some serious knowledge. I'm going to give it 20 more seconds, and we're going to get this thing rolling. Come on, get in, get excited, open your eyes, open your ears. Let's get rolling. Nice. That's what my voice. I'm getting excited. All right, let's go. What's up, guys? Michael Valor here, and I'm coming at you for the New Year's special of Wednesday, 8 p.m. Michael Valor Live. I am ecstatic tonight, guys. I hope you can tell. Seriously, I'm feeling so very good about where we are, what we're doing, and what we're about. And today, I'm going to talk about things that happened this week that completely altered my paradigm, okay, about what success is. Because what happens to us is that we live in a success culture, okay, where success is glorified, but at the same time, millennials are not reaching it, okay? Millennials, all of us are not getting success. Why? Because it's absolutely unreasonable for us to be successful. It's silly. Back in the day, you did not have 21-year-olds making $250,000 in residual income. You didn't have it. It didn't happen. You see what I'm saying? So, before we roll into that, and I just wanted to grab your attention with the topic, before we roll into that, I want to give you guys a couple updates about what's happening over here at Valor Corp. You can tell we got a new room. We're soundproofing the whole thing, so the live's going to be awesome. You can't see it, but we've got these lights over here that are beaming me in the face, and they are going ham right now. Like, I am blinded by the light. You know what I'm saying, that song? You know what I'm talking about? All right, so, a couple updates. Number one, January 1st, the foundation comes out. Let me say that one more time, because lives are about to change during that day. January 1st, the foundation comes out. I'm talking about the program that changes lives. I'm talking about the program that is $20, what you have in your pocket right now to transform your life, to start achieving success, to start living the life of your dreams, to start going after your desires, to start beating the system. And today we're going to talk about that pretty hard. We're going to talk about beating the system and what the system is and why we need to beat it and what it's been producing and how to not produce that anymore. Okay? Cool? So I was on a couple podcasts. I was on the Patrick P podcast actually last night. Phenomenal audience. Amazing questions I got. Tons of responses. Tons of friend requests. And I love it. It's effusing and defusing energy when I get onto another culture's podcast, okay? Or another culture's phenomena of audience, right? So I get involved with them and I get to see kind of how they are, what they like to hear, what they like to see in me. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just you guys who just like getting the Valor fire, you know what I mean? And getting gold, being soldiers of success, right? But it's these guys who like a little laugh every now and then, who are kind of questionable about the fact that I'm 21, teaching them anything. Because age is a big barrier in their life. Age might be a problem in yours. You might be thinking a ton of limits based on your age. And let me tell you this, and I want you to write this down. Experience is power. Experience is power. Not age, not the number that these people have under their belts of the time on earth. Because guess what? That's guaranteed, isn't it? Tomorrow you're going to wake up, you're going to be alive. You're going to be alive for a little bit longer, and the longer you stay alive doesn't mean you get a medal. You see what I'm saying? It's about the time that you experience in those seconds. And that's true. It's the time you experience in those seconds that you're going to get. These seconds are going to come to you. They're going to keep flowing into your life, and it's about putting time into those seconds, making those seconds super valuable. That experience, whether that's reading books, doing audios, having meetings, shaking hands, closing clients, whether that's talking to your family, spending time with them, whether it's learning about your grandpa before your grandpa passed away, or maybe your grandma, or maybe you regret because, like, God forbid, your grandpa's already died. I didn't get to talk to them. I didn't get to speak to them. Okay, I didn't get to find out the things that I wanted to. I didn't ask them the stories of their youth. youth, or what I could have learned from their experience. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times what happens is we've got these older people, and they've experienced more things. Why? Because they're older. They've had more time to experience. But if you pack, I'm telling you guys, if you pack your time, if you pack that experience into each second, you change the game. Because experience is power. Experience is knowledge, right? We gain knowledge from all the things we experience. If we touch something super hot, oh, that's experience. You experience that. You now know that that's not the thing you should be touching. You see what I'm saying? If you do something in business and it starts to work, you gotta keep doing that. Don't forget who invited you to the party, okay? That's Kevin Trudeau. Do not forget who invited you to the party. What are the qualities inside of you? What are the concepts that you have learned that got you to where you're at in success? Or don't forget who got you kicked out of the party. That's my thing. Don't forget who got you kicked out. What are the things that have held you back from success? Ask that question. I know there's obstacles in there. I know there's things that are just keeping you from moving a little bit forward. I know there's things that are in your mind that are flowing through like a cycle right now that are holding you back, that are gripping your ankles when you're trying to make that run for your dreams, for your success. I know that they're there. What I'm saying is that we got to become aware of them. We got to understand them. We got to take action against them. And in between that 2 and 3 is a decision. That's a heavy decision. How do we make decisions? We make decisions based off of repetition, programming our subconscious mind, or we make decisions because of an explosion of emotion. Okay? Explosions of emotion. Now, some success speakers build off their entire culture off of explosions of emotion. A lot, like just crazy amounts of emotion. They're called revival moments. Napoleon Hill called them revival meetings, where people just go absolutely bonkers. Tons of music, everyone's going crazy, the emotions are going nuts. That's cool. Then you got success speakers who do limit break meetings. What that is where they're getting in your face, they're getting angry, they're getting mean, they're telling you can do it. Why have you not done it? Why? Speaking straight from the chest, straight at you guys. They're telling you stuff. Look, why haven't you done it yet? You can do it. It's just about action. Grind your face off. And they're good. Those are good. Grinding your face off is great. Keep your face, okay? Success is having a face, all right? Let's try to keep... I'm sorry for any faceless people out there. Look, I did not mean to harm you in any way. I want you to be as happy as anyone else, okay? Cool? But most of us watching this have faces, all right? And if you have a face, congratulations. You've already passed that class, and now you're on to the next one. We're on to success now. Good job. You're here. Michael Valentine. Cool? All right, so let's keep rolling. So, we got the foundation coming out January 1st. I'm not even done with the update yet. I can't believe this. Watch this, guys. The MV website comes out January 1st. Am I correct on that? Camera guys, yes? Yes, I'm correct. I'm correct on that. Thank you. Round of applause for the camera guys. Nice, nice. There you go. They're cheering about it. It's exciting. The lights are definitely hot in here. All right, so we're going to work on it, guys. It's going to keep getting better. Progressive realization of a worthy ideal, and the worthy ideal is I've got to be cool. Okay, not just cool in my speech, but cool under this jacket because it's getting hot. I mean, the jacket matches the little thing here. I don't know if you could tell that. It's pretty cool. I didn't plan that. That just happened. But let's get back to success. I'm getting off the tizzy here. All right. So where we're at. We got the website coming out. We got the program coming out January 1st. You've already talked about belief, desire, and focus. You've already talked about building habits. You've already talked about being a soldier of success, having yourself gold, having yourself impact the world in a positive way. You know that the world is a bad place. We talked about that. It's a bad place now. Now it is. Now. Why is it a bad place? Because good things happen. Well, you have 22,000 kids a day dying. 1/3 of the world is living in poverty, okay? I'm pretty sure, 50% are living beneath the poverty line. These crazy numbers, crazy, just absolutely nuts. While people are throwing away leagues of food, restaurants all over, they're throwing away food like crazy. Energy is only going to last as oil. It's only going to stay around for 40 more years, maybe 150 years at best with every fossil fuel and idea there. Imagine a world without energy. Are you seeing what I'm saying? And then I got asked on some of these podcasts recently that the people that I talked to, they said, okay, you talk about all these crazy things with the world. How are you going to fix them? How is a program that's $20 for some millennials going to fix it? Here's the cool thing. I'm going to break the paradigm for what a millennial means. I'm serious. I'm going to break the paradigm, break the system for what it means to be a millennial, to be successful and be a millennial. I'm serious because guess what? They underestimate us. They do. And it's going to be real cool when you got a bunch of millennials who are making 6 figures, who don't have jobs, who get to travel the world and enjoy their lives. People who get to impact other people, who could take that money and feed 100,000 families. You see what I'm saying? Money puts food on 747s and flies them over to Africa. You see what I'm saying? Builds infrastructure here. It builds organizations, nonprofits that take care of the people, right? You see what I'm saying? And millennials have the chance to do this. Right now, we are in the most messed up economic system there has ever been on the planet, period. Boom. End of story. And why do I say that? Because a lot of economists are going to get pissed at me for saying that, because there's times of the Great Depression. Because right now, people are in a delusion. And what that means is they don't know it's coming. They don't know it's coming. It's not that it's come and we're battling it, because we can do that. That's why I'm saying it's not, those past ones are not the worst. This one's the worst because it's right now, and more people are on earth than ever before. More people are betting on the system, okay? More people are putting their faith and all their eggs in one basket. They're not diversifying their income. They're not trying to build residual businesses. They're not out there growing. What they're doing is they're putting all of their money down on the fact that the school system's going to take care of them, that the workplace is going to take care of them, that Mr. Boss is going to take care of them. And it's hard to see the facts in this situation because I know you've worked so hard. I know you've been out there, and I know you've been doing tests when you didn't want to do tests and going to class when you really shouldn't have been going to class based on your mindset at the time. I know. I've seen it. You see what I'm saying? I've seen it over and over again where people pour their heart and soul into school, and then when someone comments about school, they get upset about it. And I'm not saying school's bad, but I'm saying that it's an option. I'm saying that it's one of the many things that you should be looking into in an economic climate that is as shaky as this one. Right now, we're operating under a fiat currency, and look, I'm not an economist. I don't know everything, but I do know to watch out. I do know to pay attention. I do know that during the Great Depression that a bank system failed and a lot of people had no food. I know that this world is a kind of a messed up place, and there's a lot of corruption that goes on because humans get greedy. That's it. End of story. So then they asked me, how does your success program change that? Here's the deal. If I can create a league of millennials, if I can create a superhero team called Valor Corp of millennials who attack these problems with innovation, with new thoughts, who have not been touched by the old system, who have not been touched by a reasonable 30 years. I'm talking about fresh minds who have just now gotten the cognitive ability to see how messed up this place is and how to change it for real. That's the first step. That's the first step. Now keep in mind, in Valor Corp over here, we don't just do this is my side hustle, right? I'm going to pull Gary Vee here. This is my side hustle. Doing this media stuff is all my side hustle. What I'm focused on is making changes in this world. Doing real traditional business, building out infrastructures to make lives change. Not just lives change, countries change, nations change, structure change. Because guess what? The United Nations, they got created. It's awesome. It's a beautiful place. It was supposed to be a mastermind for nations to come together and talk about change. And what's been happening with the United Nations? That's not harmony. There's no harmony there. A true mastermind is where people start linking together and start having similar thoughts. They start creating, integrating, and having synergy. The United Nations does not have that right now. And now look, I'm not behind closed doors, so I can't really truly tell you, but I will be behind closed doors one day. And that everybody in this movement right now who's listening to this right now, I hope you know that you're going somewhere. That this is not the end of the game. That this is the time that you're going to start moving forward. That this is not going to go away. That this is something safe. This is somewhere where you rest your hat. You come to Valor Corp, you rest your hat, and you know you're getting better. I want you to know you're progressing. I want you to know there's gold out there. I want you to know that people care about your success. That millennials have it in their hands. That this game is yours to play. Now, let's look at the marketplace and let's say millennials and success. It says mill and success, and that's cool. You might want to make a mill. I don't know. I don't know about it. It might happen. So what I'm saying is millennials and success, it's a very uncommon breed because we have a couple traits that we have as a group. Because a lot of times, here's a cool thing my mentor told me. He told me that every individual person is so unpredictable, right? Everybody's so unpredictable. They could just flash out and go crazy one time and just be totally out there, right? But people as a group, very predictable. That's why playing the law of averages. So let's say you're in a network marketing company, okay? Maybe a company worth talking about even, right? You're in that company and you want to win. How are you going to win? Okay, you play the law of averages. The more people I hit up, I'm going to see my CPA. What that means is if I talk to 10 people, how many am I going to close? Let's pull this topic real quick before I keep going on to my general topic because I want to help you guys out here. And I just felt like you guys needed to hear this. So CPA, you got 10 people you talk to, you close 3 out of 10 people. That's your current skill level. How do you increase your skill level? Reading, attending seminars, talking to leaders, and hooking yourself onto momentum. That's what you want to do. Hook yourself onto momentum. Find momentum in your company, hook onto it, and help build that momentum. The momentum at one point in your company, at one part of your company, is going to help build the entire thing. Cool? All right? Make sure you keep branding yourself. Make sure you keep having a positive attitude, and make sure you keep playing the law of averages. All right? The more people you talk to, the more people get in. That's it. It's a pipeline. It's a nice big pipeline. But let's get back to the real story here. All right. So we've got this messed up world. We've got a program that's $20. We've got a bunch of kids. And they say, you're 21 years old. You're 21 years old. How are you going to solve these problems? And I'm telling you that I put so much life into these seconds. I put so much life, so much experience, and I know you have too. And I hope you do more. I hope that that's the one thing that you grab from me is a couple things. Number one, there's no rules. There's no rules. There's no rules. Don't harm anybody. That's it. Don't harm anybody. Get out there and get the money. Get out there and get the money. Hundreds of thousands of dollars of commerce are going around every single day. Down to bus shelters, okay? If anyone knows me, you know that. Bus shelters cost money. Houses cost money. Concrete costs money. Pipes cost money. Wires cost money. Grass cutting costs money. Everything you see has a dollar value on it. And you need to stick your hand in a point and place where you have passion. If you're in a people business, you need to learn people. If you're in the grass business, you need to learn grass. You need to become a master in your field. What does that take, Mike? What does becoming a master take? It takes 10,000 hours of concrete effort. 10,000 hours. That's what they say. Okay? 10,000 hours. Now, let me tell you this. This is really cool. Here's this tip, secret, okay? And I was not going to reveal this, actually. This is probably a higher-level concept, but since you're on, you're grabbing it right now. Congratulations, because a lot of people, what they do is they grab the beginning of this, and then they skip right back to the end because they want to get hyped up, and they take all the motivation and none of the content. And you guys, right now, while you're listening, through these seconds, are going to grab the real stuff here, okay? Watch this. I'm going to drop this. Cool. So, anything you do consistently, you get better at. Yes or no? Answer these questions in your head. Cool? If you hang out with Kobe Bryant, what are you going to get? You're going to get better at basketball. Keep playing basketball with Kobe Bryant, and you're going to get better at basketball. End of story. You keep playing golf with Tiger Woods, you're going to get better at playing golf. Also, you're playing golf by yourself, you'll get better at playing golf. You see what I'm saying? Cool? Tiger Woods, now, he has golf. That's his skill. What I want you to do is take the skills and put them into the character you perceive yourself to be. And I know this is high level, so stay with me. The character that you think you are. I want you to ask yourself who you are. Who are you? Are you funny? Are you strong? Are you loyal, courageous? Are you kind of conniving? Are you a liar? Where are your weaknesses? Where are your strengths? Right now. Because whatever you just thought of is the character that you think you are. And what I'm telling you is that you only think you are that because of all the things that have happened in the past. And I know you're going to get a little upset with me. Now, people's brains are wired a certain way. So everyone comes out kind of wired maybe to talk more, to be better at music, or to be a little bit more creative. What I'm saying is that everything else was put in your basket. You've got this basket in life and people have just been dropping stuff in your whole life. Teachers have been telling you things. Your mom's telling you things. Your dad's telling you things. Your sister's telling you things. Your friends are telling you things. And you're starting to accept those things as truths in your life. And it's time to let those go. Or keep them if you want to keep them. And take those truths, put them all compact, because information comes in clusters. It's not one little definition here, one little definition there. It's an entire concept as a whole. And you understand that concept. Now, I want you to make yourself a concept. I want you to think about what are the words that describe me? What are the colors that describe me? Put it all into one concept. And then ask yourself, do I want to look like this? Do I want to be like this? Do I want to be seen as that? Does that make sense? And then re-roll. Then when you figure out exactly what it is you want to be, I want you to act like it. If you walked out of your house every day dressed like a pirate, and you walked into class dressed like a pirate, no one knew you, it was just you now dressed as a pirate, people would treat you like a pirate. They'd be like, that's the pirate guy. He acts like a pirate. You see what I'm saying? If you walk around in soccer clothes all day and you tell people you play soccer, they don't even have to see it. They're just going to think you play soccer. Now what I'm telling you is that you're in a business of people and they need to know that you're successful and you know what you're talking about. And I'm telling you to act like that. I'm telling you to get the suits. I'm telling you to get the look. I'm telling you to understand what the trends are and get with them. And I'm not saying lose individuality because I'm a weird individual for sure. What I'm saying is I'm saying to grasp onto the look that's going to make you win, the actions that are going to make you win, the traits that are going to make you win. You know the game we're playing right now. And I want to band together the millennials. I want to take all of you guys listening and I want to put us into one compact thing. And I want to show people what millennials are made of. Because I have seen a bunch of kids get around a wooden table and create $250,000 a year in profit. I have seen a bunch of kids get around a table and do $33 million in revenue before. Okay? You see what I'm saying? I've witnessed this in my life, and not just in my own business, but in others. So if it's possible for me, and it's possible for some other people, then how unreasonable is it, really? If you're surrounded by kids who can make a six-figure income in their own business, travel the world, enjoy themselves, and be confident, become new individuals, what is stopping you? Seriously, is the game's worth it? Is the time on your phone worth it? Is the video you're watching on Facebook, or is it the reason why you're clicking off this worth it? Seriously, ask yourself that question. Is it worth it to get off this and lose this information when a guy right here is telling you that I went from a 260 semi-pound individual with no confidence, with no looks, with no money, with no friends, with no life, homeless with $40. And then I took this information from the self-help section of Barnes & Noble and I compacted it in an integrative way to give to millennials to make you understand that success is possible, that change is possible. All right, let's get on to the next thing. What is success, okay? Success is happiness. Happiness. You want that, right? You want that. Here's the thing. A lot of people walk around. We are in the most taken care of age ever. Ever. I mean, 100 years ago, pretty bad. People got diseases and that's it. You're dead, man. Sorry. You see what I'm saying? 500 years ago, you got bacteria infection. You're gone. That's it. No antibiotics. Forget it. How about 2,000 years ago? If there's an animal, it will kill you. You see what I'm saying? Maybe your family. I mean, I don't want to get that morbid, but seriously. We are in a very taken care of generation. Right now, you are at an optimal temperature. You're inside. You're probably pretty cozy. You're loving this. You got a pen. You got a notebook. It feels good. You can go downstairs, grab something to eat, get a high-C fruit pouch. You know what I'm saying? Like, pop that baby. You know what I mean? Enjoy it. Because we're in the safest generation ever, right? But at the same time, we're the most unhappy. It's crazy. We don't have to grind for potatoes in the backyard anymore and milk cows for a living. We have to read a couple books and listen to a couple audios, and all of us are like, oh my God, how can I even do this? You see what I'm saying? Success is so simple. And I got asked a question recently by some of the people in the company that I trained for, and they said, what happens when I get lazy? Two things, okay? Now, I don't want to be too harsh on you when you get lazy, because people get lazy. We get lazy. Sometimes you feel like you don't want to do stuff. Sometimes you just feel like you don't want to do stuff. And I want you to remember one thing, okay? And this is where the desire kicks in. I want you to imagine your life when you're lazy. Imagine your life beautiful. I'm talking about money that you can just spend whenever you want. I'm talking about traveling the world with your family. I'm talking about blessing your kids with the best education, dressing them up in the clothes that they want to dress up in. I'm talking about driving the car that you want to drive. I'm talking about living the life that you want to live, impacting other people, inspiring other people, giving back to the community, growing infrastructure, becoming a game changer, a world shaker, becoming an individual that matters, becoming an individual that's observed. Because a lot of times we walk around this world and what we're yearning for so much is that observation. That's why we have social media. That's why we post so many pictures. That's why we put these videos up that look cool, or we post our pictures at the right time, and we have a filter that makes our chin look a little bit better than normal. Why? Because we seek to be observed. Even I do. Even right now, I want to make sure that you guys appeal to me and I appeal to you. And I want to make sure that I am giving you the content that I need to be giving you so that you become successful, so that you come back. And we're shackled by that. But you got to understand it. Awareness, understanding. Okay, let's take some action. You see what I'm saying? And right now, we're looking in a climate where these success speakers, Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn, are not even existent anymore. Okay, they're dead. And now we got foundations about them, and that's amazing. Napoleon Hill Foundation's amazing foundation, still impacting lives after they're dead. They built a legacy. You've got Tony Robbins, 60 years old, Grant Cardone going on 60 years old, Gary Vee's 40 years old. He's the youngest one. I guess he's the millennial speaker, but 40 years old is twice my age. You see what I'm saying? So where is the 20-year-old who has put in the time, who has built the businesses? Where is the 20-year-old who has read the books, compacted the information? Where is the 20-year-old who has understood the market, got mentored by statesmen, got mentored by entrepreneurs? He's non-existent. They're non-existent. So when that position opened up, what did I want to do? I wanted to grab it, man. I wanted to stick my hand out and make sure that I was the guy. But in order to be the guy that gives you this content and integrates it, makes it simple so that you understand it, so that you grab it, so that you apply it. Let me say that again. So it makes it simple, make you understand it, make you apply it. Apply it. Apply it. I'm going to say it one more time just so you really get the retention rates high on this one. Apply it. You take the information and you apply it. In order to be that guy, I had to read more books. I had to listen to more audios. I had to read more sentences. When you guys went out to party, I had to go back in my room and read more. I had to listen to audios at 3 a.m. after I got home from a party with my friends because I had to make sure my dailies were done because I knew my dailies were going to make me into the person I need to be. What's a daily? A daily is your typical habits on your daily action. Your daily action creates who you are. Your habits create your success. So you create your habits, so you create your success. Does that make sense? The habits create the success. You create the habits. You create success. It's that simple. And millennials, you guys, you're getting pushed down. You're getting told where to go, what to be, how to be it, what to dress like, how your job should be, if you can get it, if you're smart enough. And I'm telling you, they're wrong. The system is wrong. It's been producing bad stuff. Unemployment rates rise. People are dying. There is riots in the streets of the United States of freedom. You see what I'm saying? And nobody's making that change. No one's trying anything different. We're just going to keep doing more of the same. And what I'm telling you is, as a millennial who didn't do any of the same, who observed the masses and did the opposite, one of my key number one rules, observe the masses and do the opposite. If you want to be an outlier, you can't do what the rest are doing. You've got to be an outcast before you can be an outlier. And I was an outcast for far too long. And if that's the price I got to pay for the life I live now, so be it. Does that make sense? And you got to get like that with success. I'm talking about getting determined. I'm talking about taking these notes and applying them for the next week, and then coming back Wednesday eager and sharing this with your friends and getting excited and building a business interface. Build a team. Build a mastermind for my higher level individuals. Build a mastermind and get some mental chemistry going between a couple individuals, and stop playing the game of finances alone and start playing it as a team. I'm serious. The biggest game in the world. You play all your basketball games on teams. You play all your football games on teams. You even play video games on teams, but you won't play the game of finances on a team. And what I did with Valor Corp is I brought the sharpest guys that I've ever met together. And I said, guys, if we play this game as a team, we'll win, guaranteed. We got to know our part. We got to know what we're good at. We got to build an interface that works, and we're going to make this thing happen. Because even if I have to grind my face off, okay, for 3 days, even if I have to grind my face off for 3 years, for 5 years, for 10 years, it doesn't matter, because I'll be 31. Does that make sense? I get to live the rest of my life however I want to live it when I'm 31. Are you talking about success with happiness? Are you talking about success with health and getting in the gym on 3 days a week? Not eating chemicals that are in your food, that are poisoning us, that are giving us cancer? I'm sorry, but it's true. I'm sorry. Hands up. I'm not trying to be the bad guy here, but I am trying to save our lives. I'm trying to make sure that each one of you guys succeed. I'm not doing this for no reason. I don't get any money from doing the live. I do it because this is the stuff that I've learned that's going to change your life, that's going to make your day better, that's going to make you a better person, that's going to make you a better citizen, and you're going to start building. You see what I'm saying? I was 18 years old and I saw bus shelters, okay? A bus stop. You know, you sit at a bus stop. And I got to see those. And I asked my mentor, I said, do they sell those? How do they get here? How do bus stops get here? And he said, well, a private company goes out and sells them to the local establishment, to the local city. I'm like, really? Okay, I can make a better bus shelter than that. He's like, what do you mean you can make a better bus stop than that? I was like, well, that one looks like it's got like wires into the grid there. It's taking energy from the city. Is that right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, it's pretty brown and like terrible. I have nothing against brown. If you love brown, I love brown. I mean, but I'm saying it's brown. It's like not a great looking plastic. Is that cool? I'm like, couldn't we put some like cool stuff in it? Literally. We then went to work. I got engineers from around the world to build what we now call the Ecoseat, getting pushed out in Asian markets in Shanghai for 25 G's a pop. 25 G's a pop, because I had an idea that I put into action, that I looked it up, that I did the research, that I didn't watch the videos and liked and commented and get all over all these crazy ideas of success, that I just took content from one speaker like you should be doing right now and writing it down. Someone who is your age, someone who has done it already, and someone you want. You want this. Why am I telling you you want this? Because I know, because I had the worst. I had worse than you. I had way worse than you. They keep asking me about my past, and I keep trying to talk about the future. We get on the podcast, and the first thing they want to know is, why was I under a bridge? Why did I have the family that I had? Why was I put in the position that I was put in? Why were you failing school, Mike? Let me tell you, the system doesn't work. It wasn't just me. The system doesn't work. The numbers don't work. You see, all these kids have this problem. All you guys have an issue. You've got something in your head that you've been battling with, or one of your family members died, or somebody had a problem. It's always there. So how is it just me? Am I going to talk about me being under the bridge for 2 weeks and feeling the most lonely I've ever been in my entire life? Or am I going to talk about the fact that I lost 60 pounds, grew a business, impacted lives, fed over 10,000 people, and have changed the world? Why have I say I changed the world? How can I even say that? He's on a live right now. And I mean, we don't even have 1,000 people listening. We don't even have 100 people listening. And we might have 100 people listening. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, right now, that I changed the world because you're listening. And you're going to go out and change. And whether you try to or not, whether you really go out there and like push it, and you like grind, and you get out there and actually do the action, and actually read the books that I'm talking about. Because if you're doing this and you're listening right now and you're not going to do that, you're making a huge mistake. You're making a huge mistake. You're going to look back at your life in 30 years and be like, I could have just read some books and everything would have changed 15 years ago. that I would have had the money that I wanted to have. And let me get on this real quick before I close out. Somebody told me, and I'm pretty serious about this, someone told me that money doesn't matter. Money doesn't matter. And I get it. I understand why you guys think that. I really do. But let me combat it with this. Let me talk to you about it like this. You've got somebody in your family experiencing cancer, and you want the best doctor, but you can't afford surgery. How much does money matter then? What about if you have a daughter, but you've sunk all your money into a brand new house with your wife? Your wife gets pregnant. It's fine. Amount of time. It's fine. Fine timing. And then the daughter comes out, she has a tumor. God forbid. How important is money then? What about your marriage starts to get shaky and you need to take some time off work? Is your marriage more important? I understand that we're millennials and that we don't face these problems right now, and you could tell me money doesn't matter because mom and dad put money in your bank account. But I'm telling you that I had no money in my bank account when I was 16. Mom and dad weren't putting money in then. 14. Money matters. And it's an easy thing to get if you just do it right and you don't get distracted. That's the big thing about our culture, our millennial generation. We lose focus super quick. A bunch of people are clicking off this even right now after they just heard that. They're going to click off right now. And I'm talking about the people who aren't clicking off. I'm talking about the people who are writing this down, who are changing the M field. What an M field is, that's like the way things are, basically. It's like the accepted truth of our generation. Make sense? What public opinion thinks. The M field is how things are seen. And how things are seen are, right now, millennials lose focus. They're super ignorant. They can't sit down and get work done. They're useless. I've been told that I'm 21 and I can't do something because of that age. But I'm telling you that if I've read the books and I've watched the people do it and I've seen the mentors and I've put in the right action, that it doesn't matter what age I am, ladies and gentlemen, that it matters what's in here. Seriously, it matters what's in my heart. It matters what I want to be. Because being a hero, literally, being a hero, and I know this gets cliche. Whenever I bring up hero, people are like, oh, a hero, a hero, a hero. Yes, a hero. Because guess what? One person on this, for everyone else who didn't get this, one person on this got inspired. One person on this actually went out to change their life. One person on this went out to impact their community. One person on this is going to go out and revolutionize the world. How do I know that? How do you know that, Mike? Because two people came to my class when I was 16 years old and put a worksheet on my desk that said start a business, and that's why I'm here today. That's why I'm talking to you. Because two random guys who don't even know me anymore put a worksheet on my desk when I was 16 years old in my pajamas messing around in school, and it changed my life forever. That I get to hire my parents off the workforce, that I have 148 employees globally, that I've impacted markets in Asia, that I have grown the largest movements in my state on a political basis, that I've built a residual income, traveled the world. I have best friends all around the country. If not the world, I have friends all around the world. Shout out Luxembourg and Germany, okay? Give it to them. Spain, Ecuador, Brazil. My life changed drastically. And they're like, how do you not be lazy? And I'm like, do you understand that there's only two ways to get success? Inspiration or desperation. And I was desperately inspired. I was desperately inspired. It wasn't about the money. It wasn't about the flashy things at the time. It was just about being a successful individual. It was just about putting the work in so that success was made to look cool for other people. The other people wanted to be a success. And I wanted to impact lives. I know it sounds silly. I know it sounds like a lot. But I've seen people's lives change because of this. I've seen heroism truly born. I have seen an entirely new world over here on this side of the grass. And I'm telling you, it is greener. And that it's time to do a little pushing to get there. That it's time to grind your face off. That it's time to get nasty about success and go get it, because they're not trying to give it to you, because they're trying to take it away, because the system has not been made for your benefit, because the system is old and outdated and we are new, because you have it in you and you want it, because you're watching this now and you want it. How bad do you want it? I'm serious. Get desire. Don't let them tell you you can't. Don't let them tell you you won't be able to. Don't let them tell you can't climb that mountain and stick your flag at the very top of achievement. I'm talking about what's real. I'm talking about your future and how to get it better. That's success, and the millennial generation deserves it, and I'm here to give it. See you guys next week.